How will a YouTube channel change your life? Well, it could be life-changing indeed, or it could be a small hobby, it could be a full-time job. Depends on what you want to make of it a little bit. I'm going to share some of my experience and more than that, a lot of observations, talking with other vloggers and just observing different vloggers. I'm here in the Philippines. There's a whole group of vloggers here. And I think when I came in 2015, I was only aware of three or four, and there's probably another dozen every week here. So the competition has gotten much higher. So um, first of all, the biggest thing that has affected me being a vlogger is friends. I've got friends that I most likely never would have met outside of this YouTube channel. I've also met many subscribers over the last 8 years here in the Philippines. They recognize me or they contact me, want to have lunch or coffee or something. And many of them have traveled to many different countries and they have some interesting insights that I'm interested in. So I offer them some valuable information, experience, and they offer me some valuable information. Looking for full-time, part-time? Just go to the nearest telephone pole here in the Philippines and there will be a job listing. I was not dreaming of a huge fortune from YouTube when I started this channel, and it's a good thing because it never happened. I did I did start making a little bit monthly, but not enough to be taxable here in the Philippines or the USA. And that was even before taking into account deductions that you're allowed for software, for cameras, for travel expenses, all the type of business expenses. And it really is just a hobby. But I keep track of that. I looking for a new toilet. Kohler, I think they're out of Wisconsin. Has shops over here. Like in most marketing organizations, it's the top few percent that make 95, 98% of the money. Same thing here in the Philippines. Most people are going to make little to no money, especially if you take into account your expenses. And that's just what it is. So if it's a hobby for you, great. It can give you new friends. It can get you new places, new experiences. Many of those people who are making money are actually doing it through memberships, YouTube memberships, buy me a coffee, buy me a beer, a number of different types of things that you can get people to sign up for and donate you money, and the affiliate links where you're selling things online, that type of thing. Bar back in here called Rocks, and a friend of mine told me it went in there a couple times. Mostly Filipinos in there, but yeah, you might meet somebody in there. This is actually a side street. I was walking from Billy's Bar up on Oscario Street. I'm walking over towards Ayala. Need to pay some rent over there at one of the banks. Because of my presence online on YouTube over the years, I've met a number of people with businesses and resorts, and I have been offered a number of business opportunities, I guess you would call them. The problem with those opportunities and other marketing opportunities that I've been approached with is that they did not include a work visa. And if you don't have a work visa in the Philippines, you're not allowed to work in the Philippines. And fortunately, I was able to acquire a work visa and able to stay in the Philippines when otherwise on a tourist visa I would have had to leave because my 3 year tourist extensions would have been up during the no travel time during the government's crisis. So my understanding is that in Thailand as well as the Philippines, these governments, because they shut down their economies for over 2 years, basically, they are in dire need of revenue, and they're looking for every place to get revenue, and they're looking at the YouTubers who are making reasonable amount of money to start going after them to pay taxes. So You could be those are always something, and taxes on a hobby like this is it's a gray area in U.S. IRS Internal Revenue Service. Little restaurant, walking. I see so many things. I meet so many people. Neat little restaurant here, Filipino restaurant. My previous video was about best places to meet Filipinos for dating in the Philippines, and I mentioned cultural events, other places. This could be one of those places. Sit down, have a meal, and you don't know who you're going to meet. Filipinos very friendly, uh, very happy to strike up a conversation, take interest in you, and anyway, sat and chatted with these people. And like I stated in my last video, the second the second question I'm almost always asked, where is your wife, sir? No wife. Oh, so and so is here. So and so is looking for a partner. Speaking of business opportunities, I know of a couple cases where foreigners helped their foreign friend went back to their own country. They helped them manage their business and or like a resort, something like that, uh, for a month or two, and some disgruntled employee turned that person into the authorities. They were blacklisted, kicked out of the country, and never to return again. So be careful. There are those opportunities out there, especially in foreign countries. But unless you have a proper visa, you could get in trouble. I read recently that even Thailand rounded up hundreds, if not thousands, of foreigners who were working illegally there, Westerners as well as other Asians, and sent them back home. Scams. This one is very important as well. Um, I get every week I get three, four, five emails, for instance, people offering to help me with my YouTube channel. Um, and usually looking at the email address, it looks phony to start with. Has nothing to do with the business they claim to be representing. And I'm sure oh, okay, you agree, yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you do these things and help me promote my video. They want access to your channel. Pretty soon they own your channel. They have hijacked your channel, or worse, they're using your name to sell products, whatever. There are a few legit emails. Most of them I never even click on, but there are a few legit emails where somebody actually wants to be an affiliate partner. I've got a couple emails from dating sites. I've got many of you know that I do interviews with JRC, Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. And I've got a couple of emails from different immigration services asking me if I would help represent them. And I declined. I've got a close relationship, friendship with JR over at JRC, and 99% favorable rating with those guys. And this is over going with that is Metro. Here are those girls. Good way to meet girls out on the street, hey? Yes, you've got a camera in your hand. People notice it, especially here in the Philippines, and they will. What's your vlog? What's the name of your vlog, sir? And you've got a conversation going right then and there. Some people do not want to be on camera, and I try not to stick the camera in people's faces, but when they're friendly, they're waving at you, and they're in public. That's generally okay. Every country is different. It's quite rude in some countries to be filming people even in public. Laws are different. In the USA, you better not be caught in a park with children with a camera. If one of the children is not yours, some cities they would even throw you in jail and charge you with some kind of crazy crime, being a photographer. I've always been interested in photography, and even early on, I bought pretty expensive Minolta camera back when you had film cameras. And I've always had a camera or two, um, but never professionally. I've never had a business as such. And this is about as close as I've ever come to it. Requests. What the heck does that mean? These stairs go down to the grocery store at Metro Department Store at Ayala Mall right here to the left. And requests can fall into many different categories. Requests from other vloggers who don't have, trying to grow their channel for interviews, to do videos together, that type of thing. When I came here, there was a guy, Chris, in the Philippines, I think, and he did not want to meet any subscribers or viewers or meet anybody. He once mentioned my channel, and I told him, I owe you a coffee, and he never responded, didn't want to meet. And I have met many different people, and I get many emails every week. I'm going to be in Cebu such and such day. I'm coming to the Philippines. Would like to meet you. And my thought is, gosh, you come all the way to the Philippines and you want to meet me. That makes me feel real special. And yet, some of those people, I don't have time right when they have time, and they're going to be here a few days, and then they're going to travel to some other island or go meet a girlfriend someplace. And they get busy with other things. Avalon Condominiums over there, right next to Solanea. Good friend of mine lives over in Vietnam right now with his Vietnamese wife, and he stayed there. He really liked the place. I have yet to do a video there, but I've got dozens and dozens of videos of other condos in town. But anyway, yeah, the request to get together and chat. I've met I think in 8 years here, I've only met one guy that was a little bit sketchy. Everybody else has been just really, really friendly, informative. They learn a little bit from me, and I learn a little bit from them. They've traveled different places. You got Rustin's there, and they're at the corner of that taller condominium right in the center. That is, let's see, Park Point, I believe it is. Anyway, I do meet people when I have time, but sometimes there are time constraints. I've got a little bit of a life outside of YouTube. Doing these voiceovers and editing takes a lot of my time. Going out and doing videos takes a lot of time. Um, so yeah, if I run over to Ayala to meet somebody, pretty much killed half the day type thing. So I've got other things planned. A lot of days I've had people just show up and say, "Hey, I'm going to be at such and such coffee shop later today or tomorrow." And usually I can't make that. I've already got something planned for a few days. I've also had a number of requests from restaurants and resorts, a number of different things to do some kind of promotion type thing, and it's always without any compensation. There again, without the proper work permit. Even real estate agents, many of you know that I do a lot of real estate type videos. I just take the videos and put the information up for people to view. And I've had real estate people say, "I'll be your partner. I'll share my commission with you," and blah blah blah. And I generally politely say, "No, I'm not going to get involved in that. I don't have the proper work permit for that, so don't need those types of problems." One real estate agent, a real estate seminar I was listening into a couple of years ago, made the statement that there's an Amazon sign over there, Amazon customer service somewhere in the area, apparently. Anyway, made the statement that one of the reasons he expects the economy to pick back up rather quickly is that there are dozens and hundreds of foreign vloggers talking about the Philippines, giving them free advertising to the Philippines, and he expected because of that a few million more people coming in here and being interested in real estate here. May well be true. Anyway, right down this street, in fact, I guess I'm going to HSBC Bank. It's where I can take out 40,000 pesos. No charge, except my bank in the U.S. charges me $5. So yes, we give the Philippines or whatever other country free advertising, and that's just fine with me. Anyway, see you next time.